Good morning, everyone. This is Mark with Wear Parts, and today I've got Eric Derry with us from our customer care team. And what we wanted to go over this morning is Buffalo Cultivator Sweeps. We've got just a few here in front of us. These sweeps fit on a Buffalo row crop cultivator. We stock them from 12 inches wide all the way up to 24 inches wide on 2-inch increments. They're all 1/4 inch thick, and they run a 54-degree stem angle for your shank with 1/2-inch plow bolts on 2-inch centers. So those are important things to consider when you're buying sweeps for your Buffalo cultivator. Eric, tell us just a little bit about what these sweeps are used for, and something and about the hard facing and the base material on them.
Sure, so as Mark mentioned, these are going to fit your Buffalo row crop cultivators. They've got the tapered wing. See right here? Tapered wing, which is pretty typical of that. It's got the smaller shank on it, so it's only 1 3/4 wide. And these have the wraparound to fit that 1 3/4. Again, the 2-inch centers with the 1/2-inch plow bolts. We offer those plain with the heat-treated boron steel, or we can also do hard facing. We can either do it on the top of the wings, or we can do it on the bottom of the wings. On the top and bottom of the wings, we're using the cold metal transfer hard facing.
Tell us about that. What's special about the cold metal transfer?
Sure, the cold metal transfer is a lower temperature input application of hard facing material. So you're only getting up to about 400 degrees, just enough to melt that material and integrate it into the top of the surface here. Nice thing about that is because of the lower temperature, you're not pulling the temper out of the parts.
Yep, that's good.
You are not diluting the hard facing material, so you're keeping that hard metal hard instead of having it sink down into the base material and have that dilution and end up being softer than what you want. The other advantage too is that because of that lower heat input, you're not having the temperature difference between, as you're welding, the base material and the metal that you're putting on, so you're less likely to have any cracking.
Gotcha. So in essence, what that gets you is 15 to 30% longer wear life. So that's one thing to bear in mind with our high quality tempered boron steel base material, and our cold metal transfer process for the hard facing is going to get the farmer 3 things: reduced downtime, longer wear life, and lower cost per acre ultimately. So tell us, Eric, what's the difference between a Buffalo row crop cultivator sweep and a standard row crop cultivator sweep?
The Buffalo it's a specific machine. There's a lot of them out there that are still used, so that's why we have that product offering for that specific application.
So let me just ask a question again. Do you have to run a Buffalo sweep on a Buffalo cultivator, or do you know?
You have that 54-degree stem angle. That keeps that sweep running level. The other closest one would be a 55 in a row crop cultivator. I just have to make sure that you check your hole spacings,
right,
and your shank angles.
Gotcha.
And we want to match that up so that we're getting the right part on the right thing. That shank width is something that's critical also. So whenever you're looking at, hey, this is what I need, sometimes we'll ask questions. We'll say, hey, if you've got a sweep, just because you have a sweep doesn't mean that that's necessarily the one that we can do a direct matchup. So we might be asking some questions. What's the shank angle? What's your hole spacings? What size of the bolts? Just trying to make sure that we get you the product that you're looking for.
That's good. That's a good point to finish on, Eric, because not every tillage manufacturer has a full lineup. These sometimes we have some of these hard to find parts, including these Buffalo sweeps. So if you have any needs for tillage or seeding, please feel free to call our customer care team at 1-888-4-BLADES. Thank you and good morning.